as moms, we get a chance to see what happens from the beginning and the preciousness of life that is just so awesome. So also, I think more than anybody understands the importance of little things. And that's one of the other things that women's brains are good at is details. I know there's a lot of guys that do details too, and that's great. A lot of people can do details, but we see the little things and the difference it makes in like when you're gazing into your baby's eyes and you see them respond to little things. There's been so much research about what happens between a mother and a baby. When the mother gazes into the baby's eyes, it makes a huge difference. And if there's no eye contact, a baby doesn't develop. They've found that babies' anxiety levels raise up high when they don't have that eye contact. It's like the baby instinctively knows that he's helpless. He can't get up. He can't walk across the floor and go get his food and change his own diaper. He knows, or she knows instinctively that their very survival really is dependent on the mother or whoever the caregiver is. So if that caregiver is not attentive, they've measured babies and their anxiety level goes skyrocketing if they're not attentive to them. There's all kinds of things that can cause trouble emotionally and stuff later on. Now, I'll tell you someday about how I remembered back to when I was born, and I also remembered being an infant at like 2 months old, and then older when I was like 6 months old, and then 2 years old. I remembered many different steps along the way as a very, very young child. So that really resonated with me when I read those studies about infants. So the thing of eye contact, I felt comforted. I don't know about you, but I felt comforted by that sense that somebody was watching over me. That is really important, because the way you feel about your children and the way they feel that you feel about them is really affecting their levels of stress and their levels of harmony. And so anyway, we need to talk more about how to lower the stress levels, because if you are a working mom, that's really, really hard. It's hard enough to be a mom without having to work. When my second child was about 1.5 years old, I had to get a job, and I remember I felt just devastated. I hated it because I didn't know anybody else who would have the sensitivity that I had to my kids, that I would trust with their wonderful, beautiful little selves. That's what, and every morning when I drop them off, I would just like cry. I'd go in my car and I'd cry on the way to work. I couldn't stand it. But I had to work, and I felt totally like handcuffed. I was totally trapped. It's scary. And I wonder if you feel the same way, and if you ever feel this way too. I'd like you to let me know, how you feel. But anyway, I'm so proud of you all, because it's just a huge, big job out there. And it is true that The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. It's true. We are shaping the people who will be the leaders of tomorrow. And my aim and goal is to give kids a better chance. The only way they can get a better chance is giving their moms a better chance. So you guys have a very big job, an extremely important job. And I think it's the most important job in the world, because these kids' lives will be changed forever by whatever you do. I'm not trying to create mom guilt. I'm trying to create mom inspiration, because the more you see how important your job is, and the more you realize that this is a magnificent work that you're doing. It's more important than Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. It's more important than writing Chopin's famous whatever best piece of music in the world. It's more important than creating $1 million. And because whatever you put into those kids is going to impact them for the rest of their lives. We'll see you next time, okay? Have fun. Take care. Thanks.
True love, can you see it? Love is all